honey. What are you up to, honey? What pets? Come on. I don't know what's going on in the barn, man. Well, they're probably going to bed. And Marshmallow is... Okay, that's too cute. Let's see if she does it again. Marshmallow is not letting the other roosters into the barn. Yeah, he's like, I am not sharing any of these hens. So, back to my story. Sorry, the phone cuts off randomly. So, I lost one of my red girls. My red girls were Sriracha and Mari-nara. I still have them. It was Terri-yaki that we lost. Now, I'm not sure how old those girls were because those are ones that we got when they were adults. They were traded, and so they were pretty much butchered hens. They were going to be butchered, and I assumed that they were egg layers that, you know, they routinely change out. I don't know if they were from the factories or what, but yeah, I don't know how old they were. But Terri-yaki, when she came to us last year, I guess it was over a year ago now actually, she was molting at the time, like, but other than that, like, I never seen anything wrong with her this whole time. Like, she got over and recovered all her feathers, and she was happy and healthy. And then bam, I went out this morning or yesterday morning, and there she was, not getting up. And I knew as soon as I saw her, I'm like, I still had the hope though, because a lot of times when they're dirt bathing or laying in the dirt, like, they'll take a nap there, and I'm all like, please move so I can, you know, not be scared. But usually they're fine. But it being morning when I was letting them out for the day and her just not moving, I was like, this isn't good. And sure enough, that was too late, and I don't know what happened, because it looked like she'd just been asleep with everybody else and fell down, and I don't know, man. What, baby? So she was sleeping where that pallet is, so I added the pallet so they have extra roost bars, but they have plenty. It's just that they like to sleep over there in that other corner. I rearranged some in there. They already had a couple of branches, and no, it looks like a living room to me. It's like a chicken living room. And it's really cool during the day when some of them will be on just hanging out, and they go and hang out on one side and the others are on the other side. But they're just facing each other like they're having a chit chat. Because that's during the day when they're just hanging out and not sleeping. And I thought I had, yeah, I thought I had a broody hen. I am trying to get eggs to go hatch. And then it's like 3 days in a row I went to go get eggs out of the meatball pen, and the nest was occupied, so I was like, okay, I'll get those eggs later. And the third day I'm like, this seems suspicious. So I'm like, are you broody, honey? And I thought she was. And last night I was like, okay, I'm gonna go take her some extra eggs. Only I go out there and she already had 7 eggs in front of her. And I'd set up a second nest box. You see over there, I set up a second nest box and seen during the day that, you know, all her sisters are trying to get up and go in, and they're screaming at her that they wanted in that nest box, and nobody used the new nest box. And I go and I look to see if she wanted some eggs, and there were 7 just laying there in front of her. I don't know if they were ones she kicked out or the new ones from her sisters that she wouldn't budge, and they just squeezed in the very front. But then last night when I came back out here, she was down eating with everybody, and she went to bed with everybody instead of going back to the nest. So I'm really confused on, are you broody? What's going on here? And but she was out all day today, so I took the eggs and I'm going to go candle them here later and yeah, see if they had started. I'm going to put them in the incubator maybe and figure out. And then these ones, so the red ones are probably the red cinnamon queens. Oh, they're so cute. Look at them. Oh, all lined up. But so I'm not trying to hatch those ones. I'm trying to hatch the Orpingtons. These girls here. But I am sad that I have lost one of my girls. Terri-yaki was very, very nice. And like I said, she seemed fine. Like, they were out and being loving that day, and then she's gone. But, oh, goodness. I just saw something behind me that I didn't need to see. But yeah, when I let them out, I hung out here all day, and these girls had a lot of extra loving because they kept coming getting in my lap, and I'm like, I'm sorry you lost your sister. But I'm trying to hatch these eggs so I can have some of their daughters. And yeah, y'all are pretty. I was about to say it's been really peaceful. I don't know what's going on in that barn. Mars hasn't come out all day. The 3 buff roosters have been out in the yard. But yeah. We sold a lot of roosters and a lot of birds. My silkies in the barn, I went down from having 20 adult silkies to 15 and sold most of the chicks. I think I got rid of, oh goodness, well, 2 silkies, roosters, and 2 silky rooster mixes. And yeah, Mars is happier. It's like, oh, my birds seem a lot happier. I only have 1 meatball instead of 2 meatballs now, and he seems happy. Like, oh, look how sweet they are. Yeah, it's been pretty peaceful. My other Lavender Orpington rooster is learning how to crow because he hadn't been the dominant rooster ever, so that sounds really interesting, but there's a lot less crowing going on overall.